Down to 11. We're keeping pace, but yikes. We do go to Knight here. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We're upgrading the Gruul Werewolves deck. Green and red Werewolf Tribal has a literal ton of new additions to it. And we're slapping some of these top meta decks right upside the head. We're gonna break down the deck, talk about the strategies, the synergies included within the list. Then we'll showcase that in the gameplay footage and finally wrap up with our final thoughts. I would love it if you liked the video to help support my channel, and I should say our channel, right? And you can also subscribe if you're interested in seeing more great content like this. Join the community Discord. There's contests, giveaways, tournaments. They're all free entry with cash prizes. Don't miss out on any of that. It's literally been going on for 2 years, so trust me, you've already been missing out if you're just learning about it. And with all that being said, thanks again, and let's take a look at the deck. Attack is a 60 card standard best of 1, 2.8 average mana value, 28 creature, 8 non-creature, 24 land deck. New cards include the Ascendant Pack Leader for 1 mana, a 2/1. When the Pack Leader enters the battlefield, it will do so with a +1/+1 counter if we control a permanent with mana value 4 or greater. And whenever we cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, we will also, in turn, put a +1/+1 counter on the Ascendant Pack Leader, right? So this is a nice 1-drop for the fact that it is viable incredibly early game because, you know, you're playing 4 drops. It gets bigger and badder every turn. It's been a while since we've had that in mono green. And if you play it later, it will gain a little bit of value, you know, if you're already along that journey by having a 4-drop in play. So, you know, the Ascendant Pack Leader is a really nice addition to the deck. We have a Braid now in standard, 2 mana instant speed, 3 damage to target creature, destroy target artifact. So this needs to be included, or 2 mana at instant speed to kill some of the creatures that, they get quite powerful. There is the, that new unicorn thing, I don't know what it's called, the spirit that gets +1/+1 counters, flying, vigilant, indestructible, right? Stuff like this is pretty annoying. So there are certain creatures that we will need to deal with right away, and a Braid will help us do that. We can also deal with things like the Chariot, you know, the Meat Hook. The Meat Hook already does its damage, but it's still nice to get out of play for that life gain. Moving on, we do have the Cemetery Prowler for 3 mana, 3/4, Vigilance. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card type they share with cards exiled by the Prowler, which is so sick, right? So we can exile creatures, you know, instances, sorceries. It's all available to us to control our opponent's graveyard, which is really nice, getting rid of those flashback cards, right, the disturbed cards, and then also reducing the cost of our own cards, primarily creatures, because we want to be playing the Howl Piper for 4 mana, a 2/2, and the spell cannot be countered. We can pay 2 to put a creature card from our hand into the battlefield. If it's a wolf or werewolf, untap the Piper. We can only activate this as sorcery. That's Daybound. Nightbound, the Wild Song Howler, 4/4, and whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into the Howler, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them, putting it into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, right? So this is why primarily we want to be choosing creatures to exile with the Prowler, because the Piper can basically be drawing us those cards that we want as the Howler when it transforms, right? And then if we can't reduce it enough through the Prowler, we can just, you know, use the Piper to get it out. Cards that we want to get out, the Volatile Arsonist, 5 mana, 4/4, Menace, Haste. Need I say more? Well, I should, because it does a lot more. Whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to creature, player, and planeswalker. Wow. And then as Nightbound, it's a 5/5, still with Menace and Haste, and dealing 2 damage to creature, player, and planeswalker. That's absolutely insane. That's so good, right? Very, very cool beans. And then we have the Ava Brook Caretaker for 6 mana, 4/4, hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on another target creature we control. Nightbound as the Hollow Henge Huntmaster, 6/6, hexproof, giving all of our other permanents hexproof. And at the beginning of combat on our turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature we control. And that's kind of goofy, right? Really, really good. And the nice thing here, so we've talked about those new cards. let's first talk about the ideal playline, and then we'll showcase the rest of the cards, which you kind of already know about, right? So it's kind of goofy, but we would like to play the Naturalist on turn 2, right? And then on turn 3, we attack with the Naturalist. We generate 1 mana from its ability. Whenever it attacks, add 1 red or green. Until the end of turn, you don't lose that mana as steps and phases end, right? So we can, on turn 3, play the Howl Pack Piper. On turn 4, we play that 4th land, and then we can activate the Piper's ability not once, but twice, and play Ava and the Volatile Arsonist, and basically win the game on turn 4, as far as I'm concerned. Like, what will they come back with against that, especially as we allow it to turn to night after that as well, which is really cool because the greatest thing about the Piper is you're putting creatures into play, you're not actually casting them. So the Piper will start the day-night cycle on turn 3 when it's played, and then on turn 4, you're double using the ability, which will not count as spells cast, which will immediately turn it to night. So as your turn ends and their turn starts, Ava will flip into the Huntmaster, giving all of your stuff hexproof, and now they have to field wipe you, which is really, really cool beans, right? So that's kind of what we have going on with the deck as our ideal playline. Breaking off from that, Inscription of Abundance, it can fight, it can gain us life, it can make our creatures stronger, which is great. The Rangers class is a body, it can make our creatures stronger every attack, and then we can play off the top of our library, which is Dudley. The Pack Leader, good body, it can gain trample, and it can help us draw. We talked about the Naturalist. On the backside, we have the Lord of Ulvenwald, a 3/3, giving all of our other wolves and werewolves +1/+1, which is really cool. And then whenever it attacks, we're still adding that mana like we typically would on the front side. Polvalar, Dire Overlord, 3/3. Whenever we deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. At the beginning of our upkeep, if we control 3 or more wolves or werewolves, it becomes night, and then transform any number of them that we want, which is, just giving us full control over the day-night cycle, which is awesome. And then the Midnight Scourge, 4/4. Whenever you deal combat damage, draw a card. We can also pay 2+X to give another wolf or werewolf plus X+0 and trample until the end of turn, which is pretty crazy. So that compiled with the Reckless Stormseeker, a 2/3 +1/+0 haste to a creature at the beginning of combat, or Nightbound 3/4 +2/+0 haste and trample at the beginning of combat. What an amazing lineup of cards. We have Den of the Bugbear, we have Lair of the Hydra as well if we face wipes, and this deck is just able to put on so much pressure. One thing that is sad is there's no destroy, and that's something that Gruul's always been missing, but just focus on your own game plan. Only remove those key pieces if it's an absolute must. Things that get bigger than you, that can accumulate +1/+1 counters will be the most annoying, right? Because you can't deal with them as they stay in play later on, right? So try to deal with those right away if they show up. If not, just focus on getting out that Arsonist, getting out the Caretaker, and just compiling a bunch of really nice attacks, right? So that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll showcase it now in the gameplay footage. Make sure to like the video if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe to the channel to see more great content like this in your feed, and join that community Discord so you can partake in all of the cool community events. Cheers, enjoy. Going first with really nice land. Well, not really nice, actually. Fairly nice. Pack Leader out. We have that removal. So key. They don't play, which is actually kind of nice. Hit for 2. End our turn. Prowler's in next. So they're going to play a creature, I hope. Yes. And we just slay it. See how much better that is? And we just slay it. Boom, Prowler in play, reducing the cost of our Arsonist, which is like pretty cool because that's hitting next turn, right? That's in play. Unless they exile the Cemetery Prowler, which they do not. Homestead Courage for the token, and now a 3/3. We can kill the flyer. The Pack Leader goes up. swinging in. Kill you. 1 damage there. Summon 0. There's no Planeswalker. We take their Homestead Courage away from them. We lose our pack leader, which is totally fine. They're down to 8. We have lethal next turn. Welcoming Vampire is good. Keeps us from lethal. They draw a card here. I love the Welcoming Vampire. So good. Class. Push up the class. Attack. We kill the monk. We deal 1 damage to them. We push up the arsonist. Now we're exiling their spirits. Getting a lot done here. This is how it's supposed to work. Finally. That's what we want to see, right? That arsonist getting in early and the prowler just cleaning it all up. Really, really cool stuff. Going first. Nice land. No 1-drop though, so the Veil can go in first. And that way, if we grab a creature land, we're still okay to play either way. Naturalist out. We can attack, play the Piper. Or maybe not. We might actually just Inscription Rangers class here, depending on what the block is like. Alright. We need a payoff spell. That also starts the day-night, which is alright. Do they just exile it? Do they just exile it? Mono Whites is a good deck. Hard deck to beat. Don't shoot there. If we can transform, we get to dig, which is nice. Just don't play, let it go to night. Right? Just let her slip over to night side, please. A Maul on the Luminarch. Dang. Okay, that sucks. That's out of fight territory. I hit for 7. Dang, 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 dang. We'll have 3 available mana. We're gonna get hit for 6. We may as well. Cheap, right? Down to 11. We're keeping pace, but yikes. We do go to night here, which is great. So it's transform. Look at the top 6. Take you. Please give me an arsonist. Looking at the top 6 again. These are 5/5s now. Guess we want haste, don't we? Can we survive? Oh! 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 We're playing those creatures! Stop it! That's a double cast to daytime. To daytime. Which is so sad. So much worse for us. That was our only chance to get it tonight and use the inscription. They're at 11. We lose our trample. This allows us to go to night because we're not casting, right? We're just putting it into play. But do we need to kick this for 5? Which would only give us 1 available mana. We need that life gain. They're hitting for 8 next turn in the air. We can't do anything about it. Can we even gain 8 life? We go to night. We're taking those draws. There it is. A little late. Little late. And you can see the value within this this Howler here. It's really good. And we can double play both of these. You know, next turn. No, don't you dare. First strike is not applicable right now. Okay, first strike is a form of, like, it's a combat phase. It's not like Death Touch. It's not a combat or a damage modifier. It's a combat modifier. It's different. I don't know if that's the right technical term, but Unstead Courage is sorcery speed, right? Oof. Oof. Well, it's phased out, though. And we're 7/7. Okay, this is where it gets really weird. It's also nighttime. Oh, but these didn't flip, so we can't cheat them in. That kind of sucks. That part kind of sucks. Do we just swing all in? We do, don't we? Let's kill the Guardian. We can use this for a Rangers class. We will have some defensive capabilities. This Lunarch is still phased out, so it's not blocking. They only have a little bit of defense here. We have 9, 15 unmitigated damage here through Trample and Menace. Evasion for the win. They have to double block the Anarchist to stop the 6, which they can't afford to do. I think we're sitting on a good game. Oh boy! That was a top 200 mono white player. How cool is this Piper and Howler? The Howler just basically allowing you to find the Arsonist, Ava the Caretaker as well. That was a close match, man. I thought for sure we were goners. Going first, land is good, hand is bad. Bad hand, do we mulligan? We're not playing until 3, and that's if we draw our third land. Keep 6. Ooh, those are good together. But these are more consistent. I'm gonna toss the Piper. For now, anyways. Don't give me a hard time, I know. But, you know, if we have the Piper, we can't just play the Arsonist unless it's in our hand, so we may as well keep that. Oh, we play the wrong land every time. Den of the Bugbear off the top. Less than ideal. Hezig Naturalist in play generates mana for us. Eye Twitch attacks, which is strange. Deadly Dispute on the Twitch. Typically, you would like to chump block with that. They make the treasure, and they learn for the environmental sciences. And, you know, also drawing 2 cards there as well. So they have 8 cards in their hand. They'll have to discard 1 at their end step here. That's not a bad thing. You know, not a... Like, having too much money, that's not a bad problem. We should be smart. Because it's not like we can't play it. We still get to play it. Landon tapped. And then we've got 3 playing to 4. We attack. That goes to 5. Trying to dodge Blood on the Snow. Trying to dodge the Meat Hook. Ooh. The Ghast in play can deal with the Naturalist. They kill Tolivar. Take 2 damage. I don't want to play this unless it gets the immediate hit, though. I'm going to go Stormseeker. Push the Seeker up. Hit for 3. And that way the Ghast isn't killing the Naturalist. It's making the treasure. And maybe that's bad. Maybe we should have made them try to kill the Naturalist because that mana can be sunk into those field whites. But we only need 1 more land. I don't want to hold on to this for as long as we can because it has haste and can immediately attack. The Menace is nice as well. They're sitting on 5 available mana. They could Loath. And that would be lame. Tapping for 2. Science is out. Up to 18 life. Grabbing a Swamp, which they have not played a land this turn. So that will be 4 available mana. Oh, it's a red source. And they must have played a land, I guess? I swore they didn't. This is deadly, though. This is everything we've ever wanted in life. Aww. I'm gonna knock you, submit 0. They'll make a treasure here, which sucks. I had to take it. I had to take it. Oh, down to 8. And we have Den ready. They don't have Loath Engrave. All they have is the Twitch and the Ghast. Both are good. Burn down the house would be brutal as well. They have 5, 6, 7, 8 available mana. Blood on the Snow. We can hit with Den for 3. They learn. We're not playing, so it goes to Night. They're down to 5 unless they have removal on the Den. Three cards in hand. Plus a Mascot. And they're sitting on 5, 6, 7. They could cast it. This is close. I mean, yeah, Blood on the Snow is so good. I think taking that damage was semi-smart. It opened up our attack lanes really nicely, right? We got a lot of damage through. We're sitting on 3, 6 mana. An Ava would be cool. Right? Dodges their... Well, doesn't dodge blood. But they're not going to use blood because they've got a field. They will play Loath next turn, though, and we'll probably lose. No! Another Eye Twitch. Holy Toledos. This isn't really adding to the cause at all, but we'll do our best. Alpac's on the bottom. Oh, that's game. That's definitely game. The Magecraft is going to gain them life. Dang-a-lang, you know what I mean? Down to 4, but they're drawing instances, they're drawing sorceries, and we know that for a fact because they just tossed one. Right, it's removal. They slay the Seeker, they go up to 6. That was a close one. This was a close match. For one, they should... Come on, what are you doing? Just swing in, man. So cautious. I lost my emotes. Just swinging for 2. Pretty cautious for someone who missed chump blocked right out of the gate. Dang, right? Sucks. There's no way we win this. Right, they've got Field of Ruin on our den. Just drawing, plus the life gain. So good. That was a good match, though. On the draw, we do have a nice turn 2, turn 3, turn 5, turn 6. Missing turn 4. Missing turn 1. We're gonna find it, though. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Mono white life gain is just the most... Oh, Selesnya life gain. That's better somehow, right? Risking it for the biscuit. Want to play Rangers class, but this is a draw engine, right? Once it's attacking with 6 or greater. Draw engine, and we need that. And we also need a big body in front of this Moondancer. And, anything else they play. Wow. Okay, this sucks. Nice. No removal in our hand. I don't think we're going to get very far here. Whatsoever. I mean, we could swing for 4 and trade with it. But then they just take it and swing back on us. So let's play the Dire Overlord, and then we can block for 6. No attacks. Three cards in their hand. Voice of the Blessed. Of course you do. Of course you do. This is a new deck that's really popping off lately. So we're at 4. It's not enough. We need Ava out, like, yesterday. There's no way that we can survive this. Indestructible and everything. Nice. You would. You would. Oh my gosh, we're getting absolutely clowned right now. Dang. We can still double block. Well, they have indestructible, so that's actually really bad. Yes, transform it. You can't. What are you doing? We could kill that Lunark, but they could just sack this immediately, right? It just sucks. They'd gain indestructible, and then we're just dead in the water. That Indestructible's just insult to injury at this point. We could get away with murder without it, but no, not gonna happen. There's just no out here for us, especially since they're playing so defensively. No, are you kidding me? Holy. Nice. Werewolves are having a hard time today, you guys. I want to show you this Anarchist. It's so good. That Indestructible just stops us. It literally just ruins the game. Oh, dang. This has Vigilance as well. Probably are holding Snakeskin Veil. Thank you for the land. It's nighttime as well. Haste over here. It's like, yeah, it's nice, but it's not nice enough. You know what I mean? Like, we're still going to lose this match is the sad thing. We're still just going to lose this match because they're hitting us in the air for at least 6. Yeah. Dang, man. We need removal on that Glyph Weaver like yesterday. Like yesterday, bro. They need to... Well, I guess we have Tovolar, so it doesn't matter. It's just nighttime whenever we say. We have another Caretaker, which is great, but it's not enough, right? They have such a good field state that we're just... We did our thing, yeah, but I think we still lose, which is sad. Just no early game removal, right? We could have had removal on that Moondancer as soon as it entered. We could have had removal on the Voice of the Blessed as soon as it entered. We just didn't. They've also played 3 Lunarch Veterans, which is a little obsessive. Oh, and 2 Voice of the Blessed. This is incredible, you guys. Look at this. We're getting absolutely clowned. It's incredible. This is a... That's game. That's game. Wow. I have no words. This is goofy. Straight up goofy, you guys. 3 Lunarch Veterans. And then they're just playing off the top of their library with the Augur of Autumn, right? Wow. And the Indestructible stopped us as well. They just had every single thing go right there for them. I love it. That was a crazy way to pop off. Alrighty, Pack Attack is not bad. I think that the Piper is hugely underrated. The fact that it can draw you these really good cards when it transforms, looking at the top 6 is incredible. And you can cheat multiple creatures in without changing it back to daytime. Also super incredible. So I'm loving this Howl Pack Piper in the Gruul Werewolves deck. It is a must-have as far as I'm concerned. This Volatile Arsonist as well is like, holy, what an addition. The Caretaker, like, this deck got turned on its head. We have a ton of new upgrades, and I'm really excited to see kind of where we get to with it in the other variants. But I really think this is a good start. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. How would you change it? Should we go to a snow variant, run Blizzard Brawl, stuff like this? I would love your thoughts and opinions. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video to show your support, join the community Discord, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this in the future. See you soon.